Health is wealth. Though it's a much cliched about statement, and every one of us says sometimes or now, but it is still valid in all era, all geographies, and the all levels of the people. There are many people who might be the director or the president of a big organizations. But what happens after the breakfast? More than the breakfast, he or she is taking a handful of the medicines. Is it a life? So, destroying health is chasing behind the money. It is said that in our initial years of our careers, we chase our money and losing our health with the thinking that if we get enough money, I can recover my health. But whatever went away, it never comes back. Remember, some health losses are permanent in this world. The similar kind of thing happens because of the work pressures in my initial years. I develop anxieties and the worries. And I observed in the next visit to doctor, and doctor was surprised that my blood pressure is running like a peak of the Himalaya. He immediately suggested me that no need to worry. He prescribed medicines, and since then so I'm continuing that medicines more or less after a little bit changing in period of some time. But it is not the life. Rather, I can tell you that we should think about how to check up your health periodically and to take the corrective actions so that you will remain healthy. And so, if you are remaining healthy, the wealth will be at your doorsteps. But if you are not healthy in the hospitals, if you don't have the medical insurance, the lot of money will be spending and going away from your baskets. So this is not at all desirable. And that's why we need to maintain something, the good health. But for our generic purpose, if we do not know any defect in our body, we will be very much casual in taking the relentless food because we need to satisfy our tongue and we need to have the very good taste. But actually, what taste is good, maybe it's the bad for our health. And that you can come across only after your medical checkup. With your medical checkup, you will find yourself that you have certain deficiencies and you need to recover that either by taking medications or some changing of the lifestyle. This is the importance of the medical health checkup. What more? Sometimes we cannot understand ourselves, and even in the high blood pressures, it seems to be very normal to you, and you might be very happy from the core inside your heart, but anytime attack may come. And once brain stroke happens because of the high blood pressures, in such case, it can create the certain areas of your body to stop functioning. Your nerve gets very much affected because of that stroke. We must overcome. We must avoid that kind of the things, and that's why we need to check up. The cost is not much more, provided you have the intention to check it. It is better to check even by spending some money so that you can save your life. Remember, your life is very much valuable because many people are depending on your productivity, on your life. Once you cannot maintain your life, in such cases, it is a loss for your dependents and also loss for yourselves because your desire will not become fulfilled anymore because of your collapsed health. And health management is a very important management. Now, if we do not understand the importance, in such cases, all of a sudden, even while we are walking in the gardens, we might collapse. But in order to find out some hidden diseases, there are some importance of the health checkup. Only doctor can come across the results which might be carried out during the annual health checkup, and he or she can suggest as a doctor to you the corrective and the preventive actions. If you take those actions, your problems will be mitigated and you will be under controlled way of the management. For example, when diabetes was detected in my body many years back, after that, doctor suggested to change the lifestyles and not to worry about your professional things. And he just tried to give me the solace. There are many people, there are ample of examples that even after detecting the diabetes or the high blood pressures, they are surviving with some mitigating actions and regular good leading the good lifestyle. That is much more important. So let me summarize what I told, that prevention is better than cure. And that's why it is the requirement of the health checkup. If we check up our health, in such cases, the hidden diseases from our body can be revealed and we can take the corrective action before being permanently damaged. And even after permanent damage, we can mitigate or control the situations as per our will. And this is very much important for your prolonged life, a healthy life and a productive life. Of course, your dependent will be very much benefited along with you. And if you have certain focus, certain destination to reach in your career path, you must have to maintain your health. Why? Health checkup. Because in the higher echelons of the career path, there are a lot of pressures. You need to have the power to withstand that pressures. Only then you can reach and we can conveniently work in your professional front. But if you have the blood pressures, if you are avoiding the tablets or if you are avoiding the certain kind of the herbal medicines, it can deteriorate your life. So now you might have understood that the importance of the regular health checkup. Without regular health checkup, we cannot find out the hidden diseases which may kill like a giant. And it is just like the killed by the thousands cut. And when you are collapsing, you are dying. It will be like the last straw in the camel's back. With certain activity, if you are falling in the bathroom, it may affect your life adversely. So don't let it come. Don't worry. The time is ripe to check up your health if you are not regularly checking up your health. Prevention is always better than cure. Thank you.